Hi friends, welcome to Mains Answer Writing Masterclass. So today I have taken a General Studies 4 question from Mains 2025. Let us read the question and then I'll show you how you can write answers which can fetch you very high marks in the Mains examination. Guys, I have scored more than 100 marks in the Mains examination, General Studies paper 4 using these techniques. If you use these techniques, very high chances that you can also score more than 100 marks. Let us read the question, guys. Keeping the national security in mind, examine ethical dilemma related to controversies over environment clearance in the context of contemporary geopolitical context. Okay, so this question is basically asking what is the dilemma between national security and environmental conservation. Okay, so first of all, we have to write the context why this question has come. If you are able to write this context in the introduction, let me tell you, you are going to get very good marks because you are telling the paper evaluator, you know the reason why this question has been asked. So let me give you the context, guys. Recently, the Forest Conservation Act was amended and there was an exemption created for national security projects. Because of this, there was a controversy that can we exempt projects from environmental clearance on the pretext of national security. This was the ethical dilemma. Okay, so this introduction is very important because this will tell the examiner that you are aware of the current affairs, you know exactly why this question has been asked. Okay, you can write one more example, that recent Great Nicobar project. Next, the dilemma is about utilitarianism and indigenous people. Guys, there is a dilemma between the good of the entire country versus the good of the local people. Because local people in that region, for example, Great Nicobar, there are tribals, their life is going to be affected. Similarly, guys, local people in the border areas, if you build a big infrastructure project, okay, for example, there are the herders, their life will get affected. So there is always a dilemma between the greater good versus the people of that local, okay, indigenous people. So this is the second dilemma, guys. Here also you can give example. I have given example of Great Nicobar project where the tribals, their life may get disrupted, they may get displaced. Third dilemma is national security versus global responsibility. Guys, we all have a global responsibility to protect the environment. Today, we are in the era of climate change. And climate change is a global problem, and solution to the climate change is also a global solution. So every nation is responsible for protecting the environment. So here there is a dilemma between national interest and global responsibility. But there is a short-term urgency. What is the short-term urgency? Security urgency. So there is always a conflict between long-term goals and short-term goals. That is an ethical dilemma in this case. And last ethical dilemma is arbitrariness and discretion versus democratic rights and rule of law. Because you are giving an arbitrary exemption to the national project. Okay, you are giving a discretion to the national project. Arbitrary exemptions. Why not other projects? This means there is always a conflict between discretion and rule of law. Rule of law means same thing should apply to everyone. So that is again an ethical dilemma. In the conclusion, what we will write, it is not about choosing the environment and national security, rather than it is about harmonizing both of them. How can we harmonize both of them? We can have concepts like peace park. You can see how I have written the answer. I have given a lot of examples here. Mexico wall, okay, Poland wall, okay, you can given so many examples. So like this, if you write answers, guys, I can tell you can easily score very good marks in the ethics paper. You can see the context and example. A lot of examples I have given, 5 points I have given. So easily out of 10 marks, I can expect 7 out of 10. Like this, you can easily score more than 100 marks in the ethics paper.